What up, what up, what up, what up? Today we're talking about Northern Virginia and why it's terrible. Terrible. It is what it is. Let's get into it. Let's go. Yo, what's up, everybody? Muoki here. I'm a realtor in Leesburg, here to give it to you real, raw, and always abiding by fair housing law. If this is your first time on the channel, welcome. We are so glad to have you. If you've been here before, go ahead and get your popcorn ready. We're going to get started in just a second. Just a reminder that your phone is your friend. If it's an iPhone, it's your best friend. You got my contact info in the description below, even on the screen right now. And so go ahead and get a hold of me if you or anybody you know is thinking to move or want any more information about Leesburg or any of the surrounding cities nearby. Subscribe if you want to. We're always here. We love to have more people join the team. Let's get into this thing. We're talking about 8 reasons that people give that Northern Virginia is sometimes can be a pain in the backside. Now, you know, every place has its good and its bad. So like Denzel said in The Equalizer, when you pray for rain, you got to deal with the mud. So we're going to talk about the mud. And the last reason, oh my gosh. Oh, wow. The last reason I think is the most important thing to realize about people who live in Northern Virginia. So let's get into this thing, starting off with number 1. Now, the first thing is that people in Northern Virginia say, I'm really busy. And we mean it. I'm telling you, this place is fast-paced. The cost of living is high. Everybody's trying to get theirs before anybody else can get their own. And I mean, even me, my family and I are planning a family vacation. I had to invite my wife to a Google Calendar invite for our family vacation. It's hard out here. It's rough out here. You know what I mean? So everybody's out hustling and bustling, and we really mean it. People who live, I mean, we got DC right around the corner, Fairfax County, Arlington County, Loudoun County. Everybody, well, not everybody, but the cost of living is high. The average household income is high. So everybody's working hard to make ends meet. And when they make ends meet, they are working hard to relax and to get time away for themselves and for their families. And so if you ever hear anybody here in North Virginia say, I'm really busy, they really mean it. So, you know, maybe somewhere in, like, I don't know, somewhere else, they might say really busy just to get you out their hair. But here, I tell you what, ain't nobody got time for anything. The second thing you'll come to learn about living here is when you have a 45 to 60 minute commute and a $5 toll, and you think that's a sweet deal. Like I've mentioned in a few videos in the past, traffic here can be really brutal. Oh, mother. And so, you know, you just got to plan your trips out. Travel time is a real event, right? It's an event before the event. And so whenever anything is less than an hour, even if it's 57 minutes, you think, man, this place is pretty close. And especially with the tolls, the Dulles Greenway, I'm gonna tell you something, this Dulles Greenway at the peak rush hour is an $8 toll one way, and that's just to get out of Loudoun County. So a $5 toll to get on 267 or get off of that to get back onto to 66 or to get on 495 ain't so bad, you know. 2 axles, you know, smart pass, get your easy pass. So just recognize that if you're here, you got to drive a whole lot. But I tell you what, you look at people driving, ain't nobody mad, stressed out. You know what I mean? I guess we're just jaded. So we're all just in our cars, but hey, 45, 60 minute drive is okay. $5 toll, hey, it's all right. You'll make up for it. Send up work expense, put it on your taxes. The third thing, I'm telling you, look, this is all going to be, look, traffic here is so bad. Most of the things that makes North Virginia terrible is driving. The third thing is a part of your soul dies every time you got to get on the Beltway. When I used to commute to Fairfax, and I'll have to go out to Fairfax and DC and Maryland early in the mornings, I would have to listen to, you know, WTOP, was it 103.5, and they had the traffic updates. And every time on 495, you'd hear there's congestion, there's an accident on exit this, on exit that. 495 can be so brutal. And so, you know, whether you're in the inner loop, outer loop, I tell you, man, those words still kind of sting me a little bit. But just recognize that the 495 beltway can be a real pain. And the 495 270 spur, yo, do not get me started on the spur. That is, so it's like 6-7 lanes, and somebody will be on the far left, want to get all the way on the far right in a span of like 100 meters. And it's like 9:15 in the morning, ain't no space for you, but people still do it. I tell you what, especially if you go up closer to Maryland, oh my good Lord Jesus, have mercy. But hey, just be strong. Be strong. We're in this together, people. All right, the fourth thing, this is the last thing about driving and traffic and all that stuff, I promise. I'm going to just say one word. Well, one term. Route 66. I'll tell you what. Back in the day, when I used to go to George Mason, and I graduated from George Mason. Go Patriots! And you know, I drive alone, and you know, the HOV lane, I'm telling you, has like 7 cars on it most of the time. Everybody's out on the regular traffic lanes, and it's just because ain't nobody hoving out here. I really thought real hard about getting one of those blow up dolls and just putting it in my in the passenger seat and just strapping the seatbelt on, just so I could get in that HOV lane, because it's that bad. And now they got a toll lane on 66. It's so bad, people. So like if you live here, you know what I'm talking about. If you're thinking of moving here, here's my advice. Come here for like 2 or 3 weekdays and just get on 66 every single one of those days and just get a taste of it. Just get a taste of it, and you'll know what I'm talking about. And you'll know what you're getting yourself into. So that's the last of the traffic things, I promise. So you've got you got 495, you've got the commute times, and you got Route 66. If you can figure those 3 things out, you'll figure a large amount of why Northern Virginia can just be so difficult. Well, my video cut out. I wasn't going to say anything important anyway. Let's move on to the 5th thing that makes Northern Virginia a place that can be a pain in the backside. Paying to go see a museum. Why would you have to pay to go see? DC is basically a museum that looks like a city. You know what I mean? So you telling me I gotta go up in here and pay for this thing? Nah, man. Let me in. Let me go right through. Ah, man. The art gallery, man. The National Gallery, is phenomenal. I've been to it like one time, but I tell you, that was one of the best experiences I had. Just, you know, so all look, this ain't about me. This is about you. DC is a great place. Lots of museums. A lot of them are for free. And so take advantage of the history, the culture, and just enjoy it. If you got to pay to get into one, I don't know what to tell you guys. Sorry. Just, it's okay. You know, it's part of it's part of some of the deal. And look, if any of that stuff bothers you, you know, you don't, most 90, I'm not giving you any numbers here, but a whole lot amount of them are free. But if not, everything is outside. A lot of stuff is, you could just walk outside and see some dope stuff. You've got, I love the Martin Luther King Memorial. I love I really like the National Mall. I love looking at the Washington Monument. It's, for some reason, it's just a big old toothpick, but it gets me every time. So just enjoy yourself. With the free stuff. If you run out of that, just go and do the outside stuff. And then if you run out of that, then go pay for something. All right, that's all I'm gonna say about that. All right, number 6. This one is, you notice if you grew up here and if you've got school age kids right now, Well, before 2020. Schools get canceled at the mention of a snowflake. Oh my goodness. I remember in 10th grade, we had a massive, I think it was 10th grade, we had a massive snowstorm. So school was out for like 2 weeks. I'm talking about I stayed home for 2 weeks. And look, snow days is not, so now we got virtual learning. So people are learning that they can actually do schoolwork at home. But back then, people, I was at home I wasn't even doing homework. You see what I mean? So you telling me I'm gonna do schoolwork? I was at home chilling. But then another year, we had a forecast for snow. And you know what they did? They canceled school. You know how much snow we got the next day? None. You know what I did the next day? I was chilling outside. But people want a lot of kids. See, now with virtual learning, I don't know what's gonna happen to snow days. But it was a part of us growing up. It was a part of our lives growing up. But now it might be different. But at the same time, I think virtual learning has a really exciting aspect for students and for teachers and families that I think is worth exploring. But I love them snow days, boy, I tell you. All right. And the seventh reason a lot of people would say that Northern Virginia is tough is because a $500,000 home is considered mid-range. Man, I've talked about this before, right? So we've got the cost of living here is high. It's about between 40 and 50% higher than the national average. The household income for example, I was doing a bunch of videos for Herndon last couple weeks. The average household income in Herndon is over $170,000. In Leesburg, it's somewhere around $110,000 to $120,000. And so it's high, right? So the property values are also really high too. In Leesburg, I think the property values are up at like 560 average, right? So it can be tough. And then now with all these, homes going above list price with all contingent, man, I had to put in an offer on Sunday, this past Sunday, that was over list, no contingencies, and it was over 800,000. So but this is what the situation, the competition is just making it that much harder to get your foot in the door if you're looking for some kind of like a bargain or even like a rebate or something like that. But it is what it is. It's part of it. But the cool thing is that we make it work. A lot of people make it work. I got a friend out in Alexandria dude is living the dream, man. But he's found a way to make it affordable and also really creative. So the thing is that if you want something to work and maybe it's a little bit difficult, constraints open up possibilities for creativity. And so that's what's super cool. Even this deal I got right now, getting a lot of you call them lucky breaks, but having a cool team with a lender that's really helpful has given us a real advantage in terms of the financing that we're trying to get. So cost of living is high, but the amount of ways that you can be creative in finding pockets of affordability, pockets of collaboration, really help to create an interesting sense of entrepreneurial community and spirit that makes this place, even though it's a bit terrible, makes it a place that's real special. So the eighth thing about Northern Virginia, this is the most important thing to realize about this place. One of the things that people say is Northern Virginians are rude. People in Northern Virginia are rude. We're not rude. We're just trying to get to where we want to go. Everybody here has got something to do, someone to see, somewhere to go, somewhere to leave. Everyone's just trying to get to from point A to point B, whatever that point A and the point B is. And so if you're in, again, Russian traffic or whatever, it's not that, people honking at you. It's not that they're not mad at you. they're just trying to get to where they want to go. Yesterday, I left the gym. Guy in front of me, he saw me, but he just walked out, ain't even hold the door, no southern hospitality, nothing. No courtesy, nothing. Did I get mad? No. My man was on his way. He had his headphones in, he was on his phone, he had his bag. I mean, guy was getting somewhere, you know what I'm saying? So everybody, it's just something you recognize is when you come here. I mean, when I talked about earlier, this hustle and bustle, that is a real thing. That's a real feel. It's pressure. That's the word. That's what I'm looking for. Pressure. Everybody's got pressure to perform. I think in some ways, unfortunately, there's a pressure to succeed, but it all depends on and how you understand success. My family is happy. We are provided for. I got y'all. We get to hang out every week. Aren't I successful? So, but we all got pressures. So, it's something that makes, I guess it's got that. It's like New York or Boston or whatever. These cities that are we got a little bit of that too. But ain't nobody. I mean, look, and there are rude people. There are people out here that are jerks. But for the most part, everybody's just super laser focused on their thing. But if you can get on their Google Calendar, I'm telling you, they will be real nice, warm, and fuzzy, even to you. So get on somebody's Google Calendar, and everything will be a-okay. That's all I got for you guys today. Did I miss anything? Let me know in the comments below. Or if you resonate with any one of these things, go ahead and let me know as well. Again, a reminder that your phone is your friend. So go ahead and hit me up, call me, text me, email me, whatever you got to do. Just get a hold of me, and I will take great care of you. Subscribe if you want to keep hanging with the team, and like the video if it was helpful. You can give me a thumbs down if you want, and I'll respond to every single comment. But I really enjoy doing this, guys. I enjoy hanging out with y'all. And from me to you, until next time, take care.